Hi guys, welcome everyone. Here in this question it says 4 charged particles are placed so that each particle is at the corner of the squares, the side of the square 15 cm. The charge at the upper left corner. So we have to draw first of all the square that each side 15 cm. The upper side charge, upper left corner 3 microcoulomb, and the charge at the upper right -6 microcoulomb. Lower left charge, which is -2.4 microcoulomb. Lower right, it is -9 microcoulomb. At the A, it's asking what is the net electric force on the 3 microcoulomb charge. B, what is the net electric force on the -6 microcoulomb. At the C, what is net electric force on the -9 microcoulomb charge. The solution of the A, B, and C, they are very likely. They are very similar to each other. So because of that, I will solve only A. Then I will give you answer of the B and C. You can solve the B and C by yourself. For the A, first I will draw the force acting on it. So it's asking the force on the 3. That means the force on the net force on the this one. So this is the positively charged. This is the other all negative charge. So they are all gonna attract it. So the 6 microcoulomb will attract it. 2.4 microcoulomb will attract it. And the -9 microcoulomb will attract it. Let's say this is the force 1. This is the force 2. This is the force 3. And here is the important thing. Every side 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter because this is the square. Let me change the color. The distance between 3 and the 2.4, it is 15 centimeter. 3 and the -6, it's again 15 centimeter. But what about the distance between? What about the distance between 3 and the 9 microcoulomb? So here, this is the square. This line, this is the hypotenuse of this triangle, we can say. So when you calculate it, it will be 15√2 through the Pythagorean theorem. And this angle's gonna be half and half because it's the square 45. So here is the angle 45, I can say. And then let's continue. I will calculate all the forces individually. F1, that is the force between what? 3 microcoulomb and -2.4 microcoulomb. So K times Q1 times Q2 over R squared. So 9 times 10 to 9 times 3 microcoulomb 10 to -6 times 2.4 10 to -6. The distance between them 0.15 meter square due to rule of the formula. So the result gonna be 2.9 Newton, we can say. And F2 again 9 times 10 to 9 multiply by F2 force between 3 and the -9. 3 times 10 to -6 times 9 times 10 to -6 over the distance between them. √2 means when you do it with calculator, it will be 21 centimeter. So it will be 0.21 square. 0.21 means 21 centimeter equal 0.21 meter. So this result gonna be 5.5 Newton. F3 will be force between 3 and the 6. So 9 times 10 to 9 multiplied by 3 times 10 to negative 6 multiplied by 6 times 10 to negative 6 over 0.15 squared. So F3 gonna be 7.2 Newton. Now we calculate all the forces. F1 lie in the negative y direction. F3 lie in the positive x direction, but the F2 lie in x and y direction together. That means we have to calculate the component of the F2. So F1, let's write it here. It is 2.9 Newton. F3 7.2 Newton. F2 is 5.5 Newton. And now we have to calculate the net force acting on it, because we have three forces. One is lying the x-axis, one is lying the negative y-axis. The one we have to calculate component, then we will find the resultant force or net force. Now I have the forces. I have to calculate the component of the F2. F2x and the F2y. F2x is what? F2x means 5.5 times cosine 45. F2y is the 5.5 times sine 45. F2x is the positive x direction, so result will be positive. F2y is in the negative y direction, so result should be negative, we can say. And F2x, it is 3.9 Newton. F2y gonna be again 3.9. And then we have to find the x component of the force and the y component of the force. At the x component, we have 7.2 plus F2x, that means 3.9. So it will be 11.11 Newton. And the y component, and we have F1, it is lie in the negative y direction, so also it is negative. So negative 2.9 plus negative 3.9, negative 6.8 Newton. To calculate the net force, F net, we have to use Pythagorean theorem. So 11.1 square plus negative 6.8 squared. The result gonna be 13 Newton. And we have to calculate the direction of it, of course. To calculate the direction, we need inverse tangent formula. That's equal 6.8, negative 6.8 actually, over 11.1. So the angle will be negative 31 degree. That means it will be like this. 31 degree, the value 13 Newton. Thanks for listening. B and C solution way, very similar to each other, but this is long. You can solve them by yourself. I will give the answers now. Answer of the B, 25 Newton, 78 degree, above negative x-axis. Answer of the C, 18 Newton, 75 degree, below positive axis. Thanks for listening.